Out here, you're not just buying a home. You're stepping into a totally different lifestyle. Today, we are at a Golden Gate Estate family compound, and people are moving here because they love the low density living, the clean air, and like the type of peace and quiet that you don't find in most Naples subdivisions. Golden Gate Estates is one of the few places in Naples where you can grow your own food, keep animals, and just enjoy the peace and quiet that you really just don't find in the rest of Naples. It's not just big. It's built to be lived in, and it's got some custom luxury finishes that are just gonna freaking drop your jaw. Let's walk through this main house and see what makes it so slick. I've already told you that this is a family compound with a guest house, but we're in the 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house. Some of that is kind of a mother-in-law suite. It's back there, we're gonna tour it. But right now, we're in the main part of the house, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. We have ensuite bathroom to the pool, which is killer. We've got an awesome den that I'm gonna show you. This is the kitchen. As you can see, it's got some really nice luxury touches, gas. We're gonna get into all of that. Smash the like and subscribe button if you think this home is killer. So obviously we've got this open floor plan concept, which is very popular down here. It lets a lot of natural light in, but the kitchen is very large. We're working with a little like breakfast nook. Maybe you could do a little cocktail bar, maybe a little coffee bar section here. Double ovens, shaker cabinets all the way to the ceiling. Joey really wants me to focus on what these lights are doing. We've got them underneath and on top, but these are just the luxury touches that you come to expect. I love the chevron backsplash. Do I even have to say it anymore how much I love gas ranges down here in Florida? I'm gonna say it regardless. Less than 7% of Florida homes have natural gas, and we've got it right here. It's not luxury if it doesn't have, you know, a double dishwasher, I don't think. But this island is enormous, and it's got the waterfall sides, it's got the luxury finishes. All the drawers, of course, are soft close. And this pantry looks like it's small, right? But it's not, it goes way back here. I think someone could turn this into like a butler's pantry, a butler's kitchen, but right now that is a fully functional, built-in, just large pantry. We've got this wonderful little dining area. I like the accents that they put on the walls. The flooring is really nice. The recessed lighting and just the fixtures that they chose kind of give it that modern, like almost, I don't know, Swedish vibe. I love it because I can imagine myself having my coffee, my eggs Benedict or avocado toast, and then just coming over here, grabbing a seat and having this pool view. This is why I like this dining room, is because I get this killer pool view. So we've got the open concept idea here, and we're leaving the dining room and kitchen, and this is the living area. And it's got some really cool large tile wall work with some faux brick in the back. These sliders are slick. You're sitting on the couch, you got this whole view of your estate, your pool. Maybe you can watch the sun go down, but they're all impact glass and you know, totally capable of opening up and just bringing the outdoors inside. It's a little warm today, so I'm gonna limit how long these are open, but it's a really cool touch. These high ceilings are killer. That ceiling fan is sweet, but I really like these like overlarge trays. You're gonna notice these everywhere. You just kick them and it turns on the whole house vacuum system, which I'm gonna show you. It's out in the garage, but these things are slick. Here, check it out. They're everywhere. So you can take care of your dog hair or whatever you have going on easily anywhere you're at. Joey, come over here and let's show off this in-house vacuum system. This is what I was kind of trying to show you earlier, is this is powering the vacuum in the whole house. Underneath all the floorboards, there's a little kick pad, boom. There's a little kick pad where you can turn the vacuum on and just be able to quickly vacuum your house and keep it clean real quick. This home is huge, so I don't want to bore you with the things like the little rooms or bathrooms. You all know what little rooms and bathrooms look like. But this is the primary suite. It's got access with the impact glass to the jacuzzi, pool, sun shelf, and the back estate. It's just really nice. Hardly any lights are on right now, and this room is just flooded with natural light. I love it. So how do we decide which one is his and which one is hers? We've got two very large closets here. We'll probably do B-roll for these, but I mean, this one's really deep. One of the main things that make a luxury home luxury is the bathroom. We've got a standalone soaking tub, beautiful accent walls. It's like an ivory hexagon sort of thing. But look at the shower. We have such a hard time filming showers, but it's got like this teak drainage system, which is super sharp. This is a very elegant, oh my God. Did you see that rain shower? Can you cut to that? We have a giant rain shower, 2 shower heads, 3 different, you can get it from every angle in here and just feel like you are just the king of the castle, I guess. These mirrors are super slick. You can come on here and change the lighting settings for your needs. I know that when people are doing makeup and things like that, some of the different lighting settings help a lot with that. And yeah, of course, we probably got a linen closet right here. Yep, absolutely. This is the part of the tour where you might see me skipping things. You all know what bathrooms and bedrooms look like, and I gotta tell you, these ones are some of the finest I've seen These bathrooms are some of the finest I've seen as they've got simple things like tile going to the ceiling. Little things like that make a big impact on that luxury touch you might be looking for. But we come over here to the, we're in the front of the house right now, and we've got a nice little, very functional laundry space with the, mop sink and all of that. And then we come out here to a 2-car garage. I know I said there's a, more garage space than most dealerships, and that's because we've got 3 separate garages here. Not only do we have those 3 separate garages here, but we have like this helicopter pad where you can just lay it all out, get it in line, and flaunt what you've got. This home is still in the finishing stages, so you have to excuse some of the work still being done, but we've got a custom outdoor kitchen coming through. It's gonna be hooded. We've got like a really nice accent ceiling. This is just top-notch outdoor living for sure, especially when you consider that this is the mother-in-law suite back here, and it's kind of cradling this badass pool. We've got a spa, a pool, and a very large sun shelf, which I don't know if you've got puppies or not, but they're gonna love the sun shelf area. It's not just the custom pool, it's this backdrop. You've got all this foliage, all these cypress, Australian pines. It's just beautiful old Florida, kind of setting the mood, if you will, for your little hangout session on the pool. Metal roofs are old Florida, they're Key West, but they're also super durable. They could probably extend the life double as much as the shingle roof. But I love the way the rain sounds when it hits. I happen to know that this builder was very thoughtful with the ceiling because he went ahead and spray insulated the inside, which is gonna help with the power bill for sure. All right, so here's the mother-in-law suite. There's the pool. I don't know if we can show it with our lens, but we just come in here and we're just dropping ourselves right into the middle of another living area. I imagine this is what they're using as their dining room or den, it looks like. It's kind of dual purpose right now. Everyone's got their own needs, but we've got outdoor access to the driveway and the garage. And then right here, we got immediate, we have more impact glass. Oh my gosh, we just get to bring the outdoors to the indoors. I say that a lot, but this pool, it's accessible. It's accessible from 8 different points of entry. I'm gonna keep calling it mother-in-law suite. Call it whatever you want, but here's the living area. They did some really nice finishes in here too. This backsplash is really cleverly done. We've got a gas range. All the appliances are top-notch. And got a little view of the backyard again. I keep telling you about all the garage space, and it's because every part of this house has its own garage. Here's another 2-car garage. It's got an exit entry, it's got hot water, and it's insulated garage door. I really like these epoxy floors. So this part, the mother-in-law suite, they're usually minimalist, right? So we've got 2 bedrooms. This is the primary, that's the guest room. We've got another bath, which I'm probably not gonna show you any of this. Really quick, let's take care of this. Its own dedicated washer and dryer laundry room. It's very functional. Again, it has a sink, it's got cabinets, it's got everything you need for a really nice laundry room. But this is the primary. It's fairly large. The ceilings are high. It's got a really good feel to it. They even went to add the quartz to the windows, which again, are impact, and we've got a view. Everywhere on this property has a view because we're sitting on 5-acre family compound in the middle of Golden Gate Estates with all of that, greenery and foliage going on. Built-in walk-in closet. This is really nice. I don't know what more you would need. And then we got a full bath, which I don't really show off, but this is a stand-in shower, rain shower. It's got really nice finishes. This is totally accessible. This might be something that you're looking for with the bench and everything, but even if that's not your needs, it still has that really nice luxury feel. Always a fan of a good barn door. And this is the entrance to the main part of the house. Everyone seems to be downsizing except for the ones who are winning. And this is the reason why multi-generational family compounds are becoming so popular. We're on a 5-acre family compound in Naples Golden Gate Estates, and we've got 1 gated entry, we've got 2 gated entries with a roundabout, and we've got, like I said, it's a family compound. So we've got more than 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. This house right here used to be the main house. Now it's the guest house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's been totally reworked inside and outside. You can see that the exterior stucco has been made to kind of match the new home, which is totally luxury. And if I haven't shown you already, you're about to see it. But yeah, let's go check out what used to be the main house, but is now the guest house. This was the main house, like I said, but it's been totally reworked over the years to kind of just give it a new breath of life. As you can see, we've got the faux beams going on. There's guitars everywhere in this house because the current tenant is an expert guitar maker. I'm gonna link him in the bio. I'm probably maybe even throw it on screen right now. You know what, let's save it till we're in the room. But right off the bat, we've got a primary suite. It's huge. The ceilings are a little lower because it's an old Florida home, but it's got a great view and it's got a full bath and a walk-in closet. I'm kind of gonna be quick here, but yeah, full. It's a master bedroom, right? But you come out here to this very open living space. There's this little breakfast bar here. They're using it as like a little, place to decorate and throw up their pictures, but you could totally do like a breakfast nook, coffee bar there. It's got 2 pools on this property. So this was the pool for the original home. Like I said, this was the original home. So this is a pretty standard like Florida pool, but they've redone the pavers and everything. So it looks really nice out there. Look at that view. We're gonna go out there in a minute. And then we've got like this, what is this called? This is called a galley kitchen, I believe. It's kind of long and it leads to the laundry, but they've totally reworked everything. We've got some neat little shelving. The backsplashes are all the way to the ceiling. The cabinetry's been redone and the appliances are fairly new. Dollars to donuts, this was a garage, but it's been converted to a little workspace. Like I said, this guy is an expert with Van Halen guitars. Like all he does is he has clients that ship him guitars from all over the world and he reworks them, he appraises them. I'm gonna put his, there we go, thanks Joey. I'm gonna link him in the bio so that you guys can all check him out. But really cool dude, I just met him. But he's using this as a workshop, but this could be almost anything. This could become a master suite if you wanted it to. Again, because of the 5-acre estate, we've got views everywhere. That's the main house now. We're currently in what was the main house. Now it's the guest house. That's the main house. And they've brought this back to life to match so that everything in this house, on this property matches. That's the old well room. They've even like stuccoed and textured that, gave it the right roof so that everything on this property matches with that old Florida 10 metal roof vibe. I love that bamboo just hanging out there in the yard. Kind of imagine like back in the day when this was the main house, you come out here and that was just all, cypress, Australian pine, probably bamboo. It was probably wicked wooded. I love it. But yeah, this is a pretty standard pool. It's heated. Everything here is ran by gas. So if you've enjoyed this family compound overview video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love that. If you want to see more content like that, let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you and structure my videos based on like what you want to see. I love the sound of these bamboo trees because it's almost like natural chimes.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Come on. Clink, clunk, 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 clink. Yeah. So this building was part of the original plan, and he thought about taking it down, but instead he turned it into his well and reverse osmosis system. This is a really nice one, and it's popular out here in the estates because out here we're forced to be on a well and a septic system. So you don't want to drink well water, you don't want to bathe with well water. So a lot of people, what they do is they install these water filtration systems to give it to their whole house, like some clean and enjoyable water. So you can get a whole house RO system for about $6,000, but this one has all the bells and whistles for about 12 grand. This is a big upgrade. And essentially what he's done is he supplied to the house, all the houses here are supplied with like bottle grade, delicious, wonderful water that you would be so happy to wash your skin with, brush your teeth with. You know what I'm talking about. So this is a really good example of how you could do that. And a lot of people, they put this on like the side of their house. So this is really nice that it's in this old shed that he has like facelifted, obviously, because it keeps it out of the elements. It keeps it from getting beat by the sun, by the storms, and it kind of just maybe hides it, I guess, because while it's not really an eyesore, it's not necessarily something you want on display, I would suggest. So let's kind of just take a peek of this building. It was like a cute little like shed outbuilding for this main house that you've already seen, and he's kind of just given it a facelift, put on the new metal roof, and given it the same white paint so that it matches all the buildings. Like there's the new primary building right there, the new construction building right there, but it kind of matches everything. He's got nice landscaping around it, and it gives you it's a pretty good example of how you can repurpose old things on your property, and he's done that really well. So this whole property is obviously really unique, and it's going to take the right kind of buyer to want to move here. But this feature right here is definitely one of the things that's going to bring the right buyer in, because it's nearly a 4,000 foot warehouse, like business grade building, high roofs. You're going to see that he runs a lot of his like construction business out of it. His son does a lot of like guitar work, woodworking in here. But this could be repurposed to suit almost anyone's needs. I work with a lot of like car enthusiasts who want like luxury property. Imagine these floors getting totally epoxied, ventilated air conditioning put in. There's a split AC unit in in the room up front, but you would need to air condition it and insulate this whole building, and epoxy the floors, put up some car lifts. You can make a little man cave. People do home gyms. I know The Rock, if you're watching, I know you really like to bring in like really nice gym equipment. This is a really cool, example of what you could do with something like that. We recently sold a house in the Estates that had a building like this attached to a home. It was a family compound. Again, they're very popular. And what's really cool is they've turned all their walls into green screens. And what they would do is they would do like little commercials for people. But check this out. We got dual garages, very high garages. And so you can drive up from the front and then drive on through the back. We got a lot of natural lighting in here. So who's the perfect buyer? Maybe it's a family who likes to YouTube on the side. Maybe it's a retired couple who wants to bring down their old Studebakers and their 12 other cars. Maybe it's the guy who does construction. Maybe you run like a shipping business. People who, want to work from home, you can totally do that here. We have room, and it's allowed on the estates. This is 5 acres, and we haven't even shown you the whole property yet, but you have the opportunity to work with animals out here. Maybe you run like a doggy daycare or some sort of kennel service. Running a kennel or some sort of doggy daycare service, that could be really popular out here. You got to think outside the box with this home, because you're not buying just a normal home with some landscaping issues. You're buying an estate, you're buying all-in-one kind of lifestyle, right? where you live together, you dine together, you work together, and you just come together. So if you're watching this and you're looking for something like this, reach out to me. We can talk. There's all sorts of things there's all sorts of hidden gems in Naples that kind of suit the needs of people looking for something like this. This family compound 5-acre property has a lot to offer. We got the 4,000 square foot warehouse. We've got the guest house with pool. We've got the new construction luxury 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom pool home. But what we haven't really spoken about is the rest of the 5 acres on the property. We are surrounded by Australian pine, palmetto, all sorts of palm trees. This is about as old Florida as it gets. And it's just a really cool ambiance because I've said it before, you get away from the hustle and bustle, you get the true peace and quiet and the serenity. I mean, let's just stop for a second. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? There's nothing. That's your, I don't know, can you see that back there? The pool? That's the pool. So the pool has this backdrop with all of these, lush greenery. But we're getting towards the end of the property line back here, and I feel like there's one more unique feature to this property that isn't really going to be showcased very well on Zillow or Trulia. So I want to kind of show it to you in person. Joey, do you see this old fence line? I'm told that if we go to the back here, we can find a gate that will take us to to the back end of a community park where they have baseball fields and playgrounds and walking trails. Look at this, it's totally cool. He's meticulously cleared out this property so you can just walk it. But these trees look at how much care. I feel like this tree, look at it. I feel like it's telling secrets, like it has secrets to be told. Ah, here we go. We found it. Okay, so we're at the back end of this 5-acre property and we've got our own entrance or exit, I don't know, that this residential property actually butts up to Max A. Haas community, the community park. So if you walk through here, you come out on the trail and you end up at the community park. Should we just go do it? Baseball fields, playgrounds, picnics, walking trails, and it's in your backyard. So, while everyone else out here in the estates are limited to their one little road that they live on or whatever, this one has access to a community, like a county maintained actual community park. I haven't done this before, so I don't really know what we're doing, but let's see how, I see a building. So with 5 acres, you obviously feel like you have a decent amount of land to yourself already. But if you just go through that gate, you pop out this way and you're in a community park. So maybe you have family members nearby who play baseball here or softball here. Maybe you have kids that you want to come and, socialize with other kids. Looks like there's an event center. Wow, this is neat. I've walked probably 200 feet and I come out in the Max A. Haas Community Park, and this is pretty cool. You know what we'll do? We'll drive over here, Joey, and get some B-roll of the park, but it's added value to your home because you have look at that tetherball. I haven't seen tetherball in years. That's a first for me. I've been to a lot of Naples, Golden Gate Estates homes, 2, 5, 10-acre properties, and I have never seen one that has the ability to go trail walking or just be a part of the community, go check out playgrounds, that sort of family event, oriented aspect. These estate homes are kind of away from all of that. So, right here, do you see it? That's the entrance. We just walked 200 feet probably, and we're at the back entrance to this home. What a cool feature. So no HOAs, no CDDs, no one's telling you what color your roof or your shutters have to be. Welcome to Golden Gate Estates in Naples, Florida. Florida's last American frontier. If you like autonomy, you like being able to make your own decisions, you like some freedom while still being within arm's reach of like the rest of society, this is the type of community you want to live in. So we're on 5 acres right now. There's a community park in our backyard. We have a family compound right here. This is 5 bedroom, 5 bath, new construction home. Reverse osmosis, natural gas, custom pool and spa, luxury finishes, and it's got a guest house in the front. It's got 2 entrances. I mean, this is where you come. This is where you come if you want to be within arm's reach of the beaches, the golf courses, everything Naples has to, the weather obviously, but you still want the peace and quiet, and you want to retain some of your dignity, someone might say, and live the kind of like a free life. This is where you come to do it. People unfamiliar with Florida, maybe you haven't lived here your whole life like I have. We don't have natural gas here. You know, it's not very common. I talk about it all the time. Less than 7% of Florida homes have natural gas. What people will do to supplement that is they'll bring these huge gas tanks in. Sometimes they'll bury them. We happen to be at the back end of the property, so it's not really that important to hide it, but they'll bring natural gas. The truck will come and just fill it up. And what's cool about this is not only does it power maybe your pool heating, maybe your range, washers and dryers like it does everywhere else up in the north, but come hurricane season, you can put in a whole home generator and you're off the grid. Maybe the power went out for 2 weeks. That happens, it happens. This Generac or any home generator will be powered by the natural gas. It'll kick in and you won't even be affected. You have this metal roof, so you didn't lose your roof. You have new construction, so you didn't get destroyed, but you have the generator and you're just living large. Is it cost effective for you to bring in 3 families into a home that's valued at $3 million or more? I wanna know what your thoughts are, because I could totally see how, you know, it might suit someone's bill to be that way. We have no HOAs, no fees, just your property taxes and the value of the home. We're on a well and septic, so you're dealing with that yourself. Water costs you what it costs to pump it. You know, it's just sitting there under your feet. So we're not off grid, but we're certainly further off grid than someone might be down in, you know, the city of Naples. And I think people hear $3 million and they scoff, but if you sat down with, you know, your mathematician and did the work, I think you might find that this is a pretty cost-effective way to get 3 families together on a beautiful property and maintain privacy and like space, because again, we're on 5 acres and there's huge separations between all the living areas. Let me know in the comments. If you have anything you'd like to add to the conversation, I'd love to hear it. There's definitely more to consider. And until next time, I'm New Home Nick.